They called it the Flying Fortress, a machine of steel, courage, and sacrifice. But beneath its belly hung something different, a small glass sphere no bigger than a child's playhouse. And inside that sphere was a man, curled up like a question mark, knees against his chest, hands on two machine guns. He had the loneliest and perhaps most terrifying job in the sky. This is his story. The Sperry Ball Turret was only 4 feet wide, barely enough space to breathe. Once the bomber reached cruising altitude, the gunner would climb down into this cramped capsule, seal the hatch above, and disappear from the crew's view. From that moment on, he was completely on his own, suspended between the sky and the earth below. Cold air crept through the cracks in the plexiglass. Oxygen hissed from a small tube by his mouth, and through that curved glass, he looked out at a world that wanted him dead. It was freezing up there, often 50 degrees below zero. Touching bare metal would instantly tear your skin. So they wore electrically heated suits, gloves, boots, and masks. But they didn't wear armor or a parachute. There simply wasn't room. Every time a gunner squeezed into that turret, he accepted a harsh truth. If the bomber went down, if the landing gear failed, he wasn't getting out. And yet, he climbed in anyway. That's a kind of courage most of us will never have to understand. Through the glass, he watched the sky come alive. Black puffs of flak exploding all around. Tracer fire slicing upward like fiery needles. He had to track enemy fighters as they dove in. Sleek Messerschmitts, powerful Focke-Wulfs, all trying to tear the bomber apart from its most vulnerable angle. He pressed the triggers, felt the twin 50 cals kick against his hands, the smell of oil and cordite filling the tiny space. Every round he fired was a prayer that his crew, his brothers, would see home again. Between attacks, there was a deafening silence, just the sound of oxygen flowing and his own breath fogging the glass. Sometimes he'd catch a reflection of his own face, pale, eyes wide, and wonder how someone so young ended up guarding the underbelly of a war machine. Many of these men were just 19. They missed home. And stuck in that sphere, they couldn't even stretch their legs. One burst of flak could shatter the glass. One lucky bullet could end it all. It was called a death trap for a reason. There are harrowing stories of gunners trapped after their planes crash-landed, their crewmates desperately trying but unable to free them in time. But for every tragedy, there were miracles. Gunners who survived impossible odds, still firing until their last breath, protecting their friends above. After the war, a poem circulated among veterans, and one line captured the brutal reality of this job. When I died, they washed me out of the turret with a hose, cold, unflinching, honest. But behind those words was something deeper, a testament to the quiet, forgotten bravery of the few who stared fear in the face and never flinched. Today, the ball turret hangs silent in museums. There's no frost on the glass, no heartbeat inside. But if you stand close enough and just listen, you can almost hear the engines roar to life again, the hum of the fortress, the steady breath of a 19-year-old gunner, and the echo of a unique courage, sealed forever in a glass sphere. Thank you for watching. If this story moved you, please consider liking the video and subscribing for more stories of quiet heroes.